Hello and welcome to another edition of RHOX Garage. I'm your host Kevin. On this episode, we're going to show you how to install a brush guard, part number BG-123, on this 2013 Yamaha Drive. Now before we get started, let's show you what's included with your brush guard as well as any tools necessary to perform the installation. Here's what you'll receive with your new brush guard. First we have the brush guard itself, and also included will be all of the necessary mounting hardware. Now that we've shown you what's included with your brush guard, let's take a look at the tools necessary to perform the installation. The tools needed to install our brush guard are as follows. First we have a 10mm wrench, followed by two 14mm wrenches, and lastly two 17mm wrenches. Now that we've shown you the tools that we're going to be using, we're ready to begin our brush guard installation. Now before we get started, we just want to point out that we have the cart up and on jack stands, and while this isn't a required step for your installation, we did it simply just to make it a little bit of a better viewing angle while doing our installation. Now the first thing that we need to do is to locate the two 10mm bolts behind the front bumper that secures the front bumper bracket and the front bumper to the cart. Once you've identified these bolts, we're going to go ahead and remove them, and you're going to want to retain that hardware as it will be reused later in the process. With our front bumper now out of the way, the next thing we need to do is to remove the two 10mm bolts securing the bumper bracket to the cart. Once we have those bolts removed, we're going to want to retain those bolts as they will be reused to install our brush guard. However, we can discard the front bumper and the bumper bracket as they will no longer be needed. Now that we've removed the front bumper brackets, the next thing we're going to do is to remove the two forwardmost bolts from our front suspension. We can discard these bolts as we will have new hardware provided to secure our brush guard to the cart. Now in order to properly install our brush guard, you want to take the two mounting holes on the front of the brush guard and line it up with the holes that are in the front suspension. We're then going to secure it in place using the provided mounting hardware. The mounting tabs that are on the rear of the brush guard should align with the two mounting points where the factory bumper bracket was installed, and then we're going to secure that in place using the factory bolts that were removed from the bumper bracket. Once you have all of your hardware loosely installed, you can go back through and then tighten all of your hardware. Now once you have all of your hardware tight, that'll complete the installation of our brush guard, part number BG-123, on this 2013 Yamaha Drive. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.